What is up, everybody? I am Mumphy. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, thanks for joining. In today's video, I wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Hope you guys had a great Christmas holiday, and hope you guys have a good New Year's. For those of you who ended up getting some Tacoma toys, hope you guys are putting those on and making your Tacoma look sick as possible. So as for me, I got a couple of things that I'm anxious to put on, and that's going to be the Heretic Studios fog lights. So stay tuned, we'll get into the install. Super stoked to get these installed. Let's go through what comes in the fog light kit from Heretic Studios. Alright, so what comes in the kit is you get your fog light assembly with the Quattros if you do the full lighting kit. It comes with brackets and then assorted hardware that puts the brackets all together. It also comes with a couple of adhesive strips, a thicker version and a thinner version. One's more for the Tundra and the smaller one's for the Tacoma. And what I hear is that it actually goes on the ends of these brackets to kind of protect the inside of the Tacoma. So let's get these assembled. Okay, what we're going to do is there is a driver side and a passenger side. This here is the passenger side. If you take a look at the mount, you have a section of the light that actually has an angle on it. The angle is going to indicate which side it will be installed on. So if you're looking at the fog light, the thick end here is actually going to be on the driver's side and towards the grill. So the thicker end will always point towards the grill. The other way to look at it is obviously the mounting points are always going to be facing down. So if you're looking directly at the fog light, the mounting and all the electrical is facing down. So this is the driver's side fog light. We're going to take our little C bracket here. That's what I'm going to be calling it because it kind of has a C shape here with the top and bottom holes. And this is going to mount to the base mounting point attached to the fog light. Now these are directional. If you're looking at the fog light, C style clamp is going to be on the narrower side and it will mount just like that. So we'll take our small flat round head bolt, we'll run it through there. You've got play, and the other nice thing is that it has been slotted for the square axis so the bolt won't rotate. So move the electrical out of the way for now, and we're going to run the bolt through the hole, and then we'll take a nylock nut and we'll get that started on there. So we'll take our 7/16 or 11 mil wrench and we'll just tighten those down. And we don't want to tighten it down too much because we may need to adjust the bracket once we get into the truck. Next, we'll take our angled bracket. You can tell because it's got this angle on it. And this is going to be the other mounting point. So just take our bolt, run it through there, our nylock nut, get that on there, and we'll tighten that down. Just remember, we're still going to want a little bit of play in case we need to adjust the brackets. So when looking at it straight on, this is how your bracket should look. On the thick end, you'll have the padded side or this angle bracket, and on the narrower side, you'll have this C bracket with the two holes. Now we'll get the passenger side done. Now that we have the fog light assembly and the mounting brackets together, now we got to go prep the truck. So let's do that now. Okay, next what we're going to do is we're going to remove the 10mm screw here and the plastic cap here, so that way we can pull back the plastic and access the stock fog light that is back behind here. Alright, there's one other 10mm after we've kind of popped the plastic piece and took this 10mm out. There's another one that's actually on the bottom right here that's holding the plastic piece in. So we'll take our 10mm and we'll remove that. Now we should be able to peel back after clipping that plastic tab there. So that way we can gain access back to where the stock fog light is. Just real quick, pro tip, turn the wheel. So that way you have more access in here. I'm gonna go do that. Alright, so now that we've got access to the fog light, we're going to be removing that screw so that way we can remove the stock housing and put in our new Heretic fog lights. So we will be unplugging that. So here we go. So just like that, there is a little clip here. You just push that down and you'll be able to unplug and leave this dangling. We will be tapping back into this because the Heretic fog lights have a stock plug that they wire back into the stock housing. Next, I'll need a Phillips head to remove that screw. Alright, now we remove the screw. We have these tabs that we're just holding in this side so there's no screws on the stock housing. So now we can remove the fog light. Okay, one of the things that we need to also do in order to prep this is to take this rubber piece that was provided in the kit, and it's the thinner one versus the thicker one. The thicker one's if you're doing this to your Tundra. The thinner one's going to be for the Tacoma, and we need to cut these into 1/4-inch squares so that way they'll fit on top of these points here, and that just helps to thicken up the attaching point, because if you notice how thick these are when you remove the stock fogs, these mountings are a little on the thin side, so we need to thicken them up just a little bit so that way it fits in the Tacoma housing. Alright, next what we're going to end up doing is we're going to slide the new fog light into position and then see where our adjustments need to be made. If we need to move this forward and back, we'll see how that goes. The stock screw that we remove we'll actually be reusing and remounting into the bracket that we put on the new fogs. So we'll just reverse that order. Get our hand in there. Get our bracket. Get those aligned and see where we need to adjust those. So that way it sits flush in the mount. So that's actually looking pretty good. I like it right there. Let's see what adjustments I need to make. So we're looking good about there. Now, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reinstall this. Mount that there, and I'm going to get the mount screw installed that's on this side, and then we can adjust the forward and back position. So, stock screw. So now I got the stock screw, the one screw that's holding in the entire assembly from the stock, now is holding in our Heretic Studio fogs. So I'm going to tighten that screw down. And while I'm tightening that screw down, I'm going to make sure that my adjustments forward and back are still good. We do have some forward and backward adjustment just to kind of help mitigate the gap, and that's where we will be tightening those bracket screws. We don't have any side to side, so we know that this side is actually into the mounting points. Now we'll just tighten down the bracket screws. Now those nylock nuts are going to help mitigate vibration. That is in there nice and tight. We have minimal gap. That's looking really good. Now all that's left to do is to plug in the electrical, and then we'll check for function before putting all the plastics back on. Okay, now all we have to do is connect our Heretic lighting to the stock plug. And as you can see, that matches the stock plug. So we'll just be clipping it into the stock housing. Okay, so once you get that clipped in, let's check for function. Alright, so we just got done installing the Heretic fog lights on the driver's side. We've still got the stock fog lights on the passenger side. We'll quickly wrap that one up after I'm done here, but we want to do testing first just to make sure that there aren't any issues on the electrical side of this. So what we're going to do is, I'm excited to turn these on and to check out what the light output is on this. So here we go. Alright, yeah, this looks so much better. I'm excited to see what these do at night, and I'll come back with some night shots after I'm done installing the passenger side. But what do you guys think? Let me know. Do you still like the stock? Do you like how it has kind of a straight line pattern, or do you prefer the ambers? Now, one thing I've noticed is that this is definitely more on the orange side of things, and the spread pattern is a dual, so it actually has a beam pattern and it's got a spread pattern as well. So I'm excited to see what these things do at night. So let's get the passenger side done. I'm really excited about this, so here we go. that we've got the fog light installed, let's put back all the plastics and make sure that this is all put back together so that way we're not having any issues. Alright, now we got all the plastics back together. We're all done. Hey guys, just wanted to kind of wrap up the install on the fog lights. These are freaking awesome. One thing I do want to point out is that Heretic Studios is mostly known for their off-road lighting, so these may not be SAE safe. So keep that in mind if you're looking to purchase these. You may be losing your on-road fogs, but you will be gaining some killer off-road fog lights. I'll show you the beam patterns as well. I do have the stock beam patterns, and I'll have the Heretic Studios fog light beam pattern as well. So just keep that in mind. They may not be SAE safe if you're looking for the fog lights from Heretic Studios, but I'm happy with them. They seem super bright, so can't wait to try these on the trails out there. Thanks for joining. If you guys like the video, please hit that like button, consider subscribing, and leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think of these, and we'll catch you in the next video. Peace.